So, in today's video, we're going to talk about Superman Legacy. No, we're not, because they've changed the title since we've last made a Superman video to the actual character of the name, not the Superman. It's called Superman, which is very clever for social media engagement because it can make it look like a lot more people are talking about Superman, because Superman's a character, shouldn't be a title of the movie. Superman Legacy sounded way better. So, in today's video, we're going to talk about Superman stuff. If you're new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any Marvel DC Kaiju Monsterverse pop culture based content that I cover on a daily basis. You could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know who is the dude that is manhandling and making Superman look so short. Is it Black Noir from The Boys? Is it Ulysses? Is it Ultraman that's actually trending on Twitter at the moment? Let's break down what I think of this Superman suit, so on and so forth. So, if you could, check us out on Instagram at WishUG, the beautiful face behind the beautiful face, and also if you could check out on Twitter, WishUG. Right, so for the last few days or so, I've actually had a lot of requests to talk about what I think about the Superman suit, because I'm such a Zack Snyder fan, and allegedly the reason I've not made any videos about the Superman movie is because it's not a Snyderverse movie. No, it's basically because there hasn't actually been any real information to talk about, because James Gunn debunks everything. Although, if the dude in a black suit that towers over David Corenswet Superman is Ultraman, it would imply the Ultraman leaks were real. But even if they're not, even if they are, Ultraman was only rumored to be in the movie. As we know, apparently Lex Luthor is going to be the overall villain. If Ultraman is in said movie, he was never actually rumored to be the villain. So, what do I think of the suit? Well, the fact that I've not made a video till now should already tell you what I think. So, it's interesting. I understand how Hollywood works, and I think it's pretty stupid, if you ask me. Why? Because they have all this money, right? So, I get it. They need to be a loose-fitting suit so the actor can walk around, can do action pieces. Okay, but so far, all the video clips that have come out, all the images, there is no action. It's literally him walking, him crossing his shoulders, him looking like he's being arrested. Homage to Zack Snyder, the blueprint from Man. Okay, I've said that to trigger people if this gets more than 10 views. So, yeah, I get it. The bagginess, if you look at the Black Panther suit, if you look at the Spider-Man suit, they clean this up in post, they compress it, and it looks like it's a tight suit. We get it, but why not just have multiple suits, one that actually looks like he works out? I don't get it. The bagginess, it just looks so bad. It looks so ugly. I get it. And a lot of people saying, oh, it's the greatest Superman suit ever. In fact, people are going as far as to say this is the greatest Superman movie ever. Based on what? It's the greatest Superman movie based on what? The Daily Planet. It has the logo. Okay, cool. Aesthetically, it looks like it could be the greatest Superman movie from an aesthetic point of view. But aesthetics don't mean anything. And I get it. People love this suit because it's live action. It carries over from the comics. But I hate to tell you this, just because something worked in a comic book doesn't mean it's going to work in live action. Trunks on a man in his 30s, I get it. Technically, he's an alien. Technically, it's supposed to be Superman. It just looks ridiculous, lads. Don't even look as good as Christopher Reeves. He's the OG. He's the GOAT. And everyone's like, yeah, you're just salty because it's not Henry Cavill Superman. I don't understand why everyone seems to think that I'm such a Zack Snyder fanboy. I find it hilarious. So I don't actually think the suit looks that bad, because we've not actually seen what the suit actually looks like yet, because they're going to clean it up in post. They're going to tighten it. They're going to brighten the colors. It's such a bright suit. He's going to save cats in trees. It's going to be such a bright, vibrant movie with such a positive mode. Okay, if that's the case, what we're going to have no action sequences, no one can die. I kind of like the dark side, the dark stuff, to be honest. I really do like the dark stuff, but I can't judge anything till the movie comes out. So we got some images last night. I don't know if I can put these images up, because if you don't know how the internet works, on YouTube what happens is, generally, if someone takes these images, they claim they own the copyright to them, and then they will strike your video and make you pay a bunch of money. That's what I really shouldn't say this. That's what they did for the Deadpool 3 images that came out in London. People had to pay money, or they wouldn't get the copyright claims released, or some variants of that. So I may not put the images over the top, but there's an image going around where we see Frank Grillo as Rick Flag, and to be fair, he nearly looks as tall as David Corenswet Superman. And there's someone behind David Corenswet that makes Superman look like a little child to me. Look, he just looks huge next to him. Now, there's a lot of hyperbole. There's a lot of back and forth. Is it Ultraman? Apparently, Ultraman, clone of Superman. It's going to be played by David Corenswet. And then there's this theory that the first reveal of Superman was not actually Superman. It was a clone of Superman. I'd tell you, that would be very clever if that was the case. So the person behind him could be Black Noir, could be a crossover, but Amazon kind of own the boys, so I don't think they would allow that. Some people who seem to think they're major comic book fans are saying it's Ulysses, because Ulysses is so tall. And most people seem to think it's Ultraman because there was Ultraman rumors going around. I mean, I've seen some stuff that sort of tell me Ultraman's in the movie, but if this ain't Ultraman, it's Ulysses, I'm going to be highly disappointed. Now, this character behind him looks way bigger, way taller. According to the internet, it says David Corenswet is 6'4". I just don't think that David Corenswet is as tall as what people are making out. I wouldn't even mention this, but I see people going on about, oh my God, David Corenswet's height to Rachel Brosnan's height. Oh my God. I mean, have you seen the average guy stood next to the average girl? The average guy around 6 foot stand next to the average girl. The height is different. I don't get this, let's make everything comic book accurate. Well, no, then you're going to know the exact plot of the movie. Like, you know, I mean, they can have Easter eggs and have, like, references and, you know, have, like, the Daily Planet logos and all this cool stuff, but I don't care for the comics, to be honest. I really don't. New material. Bring the Armada. Let's get some new material. And I know a lot of people say I'm negative and all this stuff. I'm not, really. The only reason I haven't been covering DC is there's literally nothing to cover. I will say the engineer looks absolute fire. But she does look short because she is a female. So, yeah, she will look short next to these people beside her. And it does look like a Man of Steel kind of scene. So there's been a lot of images going around and people saying stuff like, this is our Superman. This is how Superman moves. You're judging this from him walking around looking up. Superman moves when he's doing some fights. Now, there is a lot of, it looks like carnage and rubble in some of these scenes. So it looks like there has been some kind of fight. But you haven't seen it. There's a reason why, if this is Ultraman, he's covered up. I wonder why. Could it be because he's a clone of Superman? Maybe. And David Corenswet is playing two different roles. And the stunt double's obviously going to be taller than him if this is Ultraman. And obviously there's CGI on his face. That's most likely why he's going to have a mask on most of the time. Would make most sense. Now, I think the aesthetic of where they're at, Metropolis, I think that looks pretty cool. I really think that looks pretty awesome. I don't really know why people wanted my take on about these images and stuff, because it really does not mean much until we get to San Diego Comic-Con. Oh, wait, James Gunn's not going to be there, but I hope James Gunn sends some kind of footage in or something. Now, I see the reason these pictures are hard to share and stuff is because they're not officially being released. That is why Warner Bros. Could copyright claim or DMCA claim your Twitter post, your Instagram post, your TikTok. They're not, but they could do, realistically. They're not official images. And I've noticed that some people aren't sharing them because they're not official images. Overall, I think the suit doesn't look very good, if I'm honest. I really don't think the suit looks good, if I'm honest. But don't say I'm a hater because I don't like the suit. Like I say, the Black Panther suit, the Spider-Man suit, they don't look very good when they were shooting. But, you know, they tighten them up with CGI and VFX. I mean, realistically, they should just have a tight suit that actually looks like he has some kind of muscle, some kind of size in him. Not this loose suit that kind of looks like nothing. I mean, it is pretty cool that we're getting a lot of behind-the-scenes images, but it doesn't really tell you a lot, in my opinion. You could look into a lot of things, and most of the cast have been on set now. I mean, I think he does look like Superman for sure. David Corenswet, he has the looks, he has the facial aesthetics. He definitely looks like Superman, and Rachel Brosnahan does look like Lois Lane. Y'all think I'm a freaking hater. I'm not. It's just, there isn't really much to talk about when it comes to this movie. Unless you're going to dissect every single Easter egg from every single set piece so far. And I've never really done that on this channel. But so far, I would say the plot leaks are being backed up by the images thus far, realistically. Ultraman on set. And it is pretty cool that Rick Flag is going to be in Commando Creatures, Peacemaker. So is he going to be the connective tissue between all these projects? I mean, I think that'd be pretty cool if that's actually the case. But yeah, I actually would genuinely like to get hyped for this movie, but so far, I can't get hyped from seeing someone in a suit. I'm a full-grown adult. I really can't get hyped from seeing someone stood there in freaking trunk. Now, I get it. You guys can control me however you want and say, yo, you're a Zack Snyder fanboy. No, I'm actually, like I said, the cast is very good. David Corenswet, very good actor. Rachel Brosnahan, very good actor. I mean, even Perry, like all the casting for this movie, it's a very good cast. But that does not mean nothing unless the script is good. The suit designs, they just look like James Gunn, MCU, Guardians of the Galaxy, Star-Lord style if we look at the materials and stuff. The suit just looks bad to me. And I don't necessarily think Henry Cavill's suit was amazing, but it was better. But I would even go as far to say Christopher Reeve's suit was better. Like, what the frick? I mean, they might have to do a lot in post, but maybe might change your mind. Maybe there's like 3 or 4 different suits. Maybe Martha made the suit and that's why it looks so bad. We don't know. Find out when the trailer comes, but it's not going to be coming for a very long time. But James Gunn doesn't always mean what he says. He's kind of contradictory. It's kind of hard to understand because he doesn't talk directly. He says what you want to hear, not what he really means. So no idea when the first trailer's coming. Hopefully there's some V-roll footage at San Diego Comic-Con. After all, I am a DC fan, although a lot of people seem to think I'm not, because I haven't covered the DC information or news recently, because there haven't actually been anything to cover recently. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at WarsG, check us out on Twitter, WarsG. Again, don't take it so serious. If you love the suit, that's cool for you, but realistically, from what I'm seeing, there ain't many people that actually like the suit. Realistically. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram, check out Twitter, WarsGG, and I'll catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch you later.